Are you ready? You're in store for a good one. Gonna get some waters turned on. We got something in the mail yesterday that's gonna help speed up the process of hooking these up. Pretty excited about it. Save some time, and you know it's cold out, so it's not really a fun process. Come on. Ellie, how you doing? Oh yeah. Yesterday there was a replacement heifer, a young replacement heifer. Isn't feeling too good. One that got some medicine yesterday isn't standing out. Here it is, right on the end. You can see it's definitely skinny, but it's up eating. So at about 10:30 this morning, Dad's gonna be going to a online auction. He's gonna work on filling this pen. You can see we got our heifers in here that are gonna be calving in about February. And so these girls aren't gonna be staying in this pen. Once it gets close, they're gonna be up by the barn. That way they're close by when they start calving. And so this lot's gonna be empty. We're gonna start trying to piece it together early. And if we do start getting some critters bought, we're just gonna move these girls out to the bean field, put some bunks out there, and we'll feed them out there. But I'm gonna try to keep all the feedlots full. We got a lot of feed. You guys know we had good moisture early in the season, so we made a lot of hay. So I might as well feed that stuff and not just let it sit and go bad.
There's a John Deere salesman up in the yard.
Okay. Our bulls have been doing great. Nobody's standing back. Every morning, everybody comes up and eats right away. Just a beautiful sight to see.
You know why there's no hillbillies in the big city?
No.
No idea.
No clue.
No. I just always figured it's because if somebody says there's a hoedown, everybody thinks their girlfriend's been shot.
Go open the gate.
Okay.
Yesterday I was a little slow on shutting the water off. I made a bit of a puddle.
I saw that. It's half full, so it ain't gonna take long.
In my defense, I was doing stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yesterday, Dad was doing some more ditching, and I ended up tearing out that old fence along here. This is a short run. The other fence we got done the other day is along there. And this is the other quarter mile that we got to do sometime. It went in pretty good. Ground wasn't frozen really at all. It got dark on us. We just got to string up 2 more wires and staple them, and then...
Alright, so we spackle this one up there. Time for our morning walk.
It's cold. Getting low on staples. I just racked myself. Do you think that water's overflowing?
Uh-huh.
Oops. I got bit.
Water full?
Yeah, the secondary tank was getting full too. Quite a bit of fencing done in the last couple days. Looks pretty good. We used the new post here because if you remember those old posts, some of them were bending. Granted, there was more sunlight over here. The ground was more thawed. Ellie, I told you to throw it away. Hey, get rid of that. So if you didn't notice from that fence we were working on, the old T-posts were actually still in the ground. They were, you know, in the tree line there. And so Dad and I will have to head back with the skid loader, pull those out. We also have 10 railroad ties that are sitting in that field yet, so we got to go back anyway and pick those up. That way the cows don't poop on them and they'll be in the way next year anyway. We also might go get some more Dakota Gold pellets because I think we have less than 2 buckets left in that wagon. Right now, old Dad's trying to buy some critters. Gonna try to install these. Makes it sound cooler. What we have is some quick couplers for hose ends. These are from Schuster's Pressure Washer Sales and Service out of Fairmont, Minnesota. And these could help save a lot of time and headache. Well, I guess we're getting the pellets now. So I'll put those quick couplers on after we get back. There ain't much left. Hopefully the tires are pumped. Bulls don't like the rattling. It's got a little wobble to it.
It ain't a new wagon. Going to the Perlet store.
For my gird, Perlets. We're a little bit shorter than a semi.
Did I ever tell you about the time I bought a snowblower for the tractor in July on a farm sale? It was about 100 degrees out that day.
Probably. Actually, I was there.
Well, anyway, the next day I went with the tractor and I hooked it up and I brought it home, and I went by my brother Greg's on the way home, and he was out working in the yard getting the baler ready, and I called him and I said, "You better get that baling done. There's a hell of a snowstorm coming tonight." And he looked up and I was going by with a snowblower on. That's all I got to say about that. Them ain't no lawn ornament, they's real.
Howdy. The mama went that way. She said, "I'm out. You gotta make your own dinner."
Time for some learning, boys.
That didn't sound healthy. We'll get that pushed in with the skid loader. I'll put those quick couplers on because sounds dumb. I'm excited about it. Hopefully this thing starts. The last couple cold mornings it didn't start, but it's gotta be about 35 degrees. Hey, come on. Don't you just have the life? You got your deer leg and your toy just in the yard. Sending out some thank yous. One to Sharon. She sent a gift card to Arby's. That deserves a thank you for sure. And also to Katie. She's getting a sticker because she joined Sonne Farms on YouTube, so we're sending her a sticker. It's a pretty nice day out. No breeze. Ella keeps dragging up dead stuff to the front yard. It's great. Gonna put the quick coupler on now. Just take this off, screw this in its end, and screw the other side on the other end. Also, you can see there's nice drip, and that's because the washer in here got bad. And so I was looking around for another one, couldn't find any, so I had to steal a washer from a different coupler. So, oops. These washers get bad because there's a slight leak one time, and then somebody, Brian, thinks, oh, we gotta crank the crap out of it with a wrench or pliers. Well, then it kind of gets indented, and then, you know, we take them on and off all the time. Well, then the leak gets worse. Every time you gotta pry the living heck out of it, and so it gets bad in a hurry. But now with these couplers, all we gotta do is snap them on, snap them off. The washer in there is non-existent. It is gone. Maybe that's why this thing runs so slow, is because pieces of washer fell off and are covering the hole. Because you can see the tank's like half full, but the float is on. It's not because they're constantly drinking, it's because this float runs really slow. But you know what, the first thing I find in the top after I take the hose off, piece of that washer. Well, that should help. I hope that's as cool for you as it is for me. In the last video I mentioned, after it gets even colder and it doesn't get above freezing during the day, then we don't even use the floats because they'll freeze up just sitting there during the day. It'll be really nice once we get to that situation. We just gotta pop it off, throw it down, turn it back on. Gotta love it. This other tank over here, it has a metal float instead of a plastic one like the other one. And so it kind of rusted in itself, so brought some penetrating oil. Hopefully we can loosen that up. Add a little flavor to the water. Ooh, she don't want to go. Jeepers creepers. Doesn't want to go at all. We're gonna have to let that sit for a while, I think. Then once we do get it off, hopefully we can get another one back in. One other thing I didn't mention, so you know when we're pouring hot water on these to thaw them out, a lot of times what's frozen is down right underneath here where there's a kind of a smaller hole right where the plunger pushes up against to stop the flow. But now with this big quick coupler, we can pour hot water in there, and that should help thaw it out quicker too. Oh yeah. I'd really like to fix this one. Oh, that ain't working. I think we're gonna have to put a whole new float on this one. Crush the metal. I turned it the wrong way. Ugh. Oh, did you give? Oh yeah. Oh. More lube. Come on now. Come on. Can't be easy. Oh my. That hose was getting bad anyway. I destroyed the end. Hopefully the new thing will even screw in there. If not, we'll have to put a whole new float on there. I think we got a couple new ones laying around. I tell you what, it is hard to work on your bench when it is constantly covered with stuff. Need more bench by cattle? No. You're letting the whole team down.
Yep.
Are you ready to rip out those T-posts then? Okay.
Yep, if you are.
Yep. We'll wait on that.
Is the water off? Okay.
Started right up. I've been the gate opener for the last 23 years. It looks strong. Well, this one's filling up a lot better. Oh man, that's satisfying. I tell you what, people, if you got a few dollars and some time, make your life a little easier and get yourself a couple of those. I say today on the first day when they work good, who knows, maybe they'll go to crap somehow in just a couple of weeks. Hopefully we can get it to start. Ooh, that don't feel good. I don't have a good feeling about that one. I think it is started. Just gotta put the hammer down on it. I think we're golden. Looks like I made the hose the wrong length. Dang it. Not too much else going on. I think the heifers want something. I might know what they want. What's that? Ermagerd? Ermagerd pearlets? What's wrong with you? You don't like pellets? If you're curious, now this is what 1 year of growth looks like. These are home raised and they were just weaned. So that's the size of a, 9-month critter. And then over here, and then I guess you could say these ones are about 21 months old. So a year ago, these ones would have been in that pen. There's just kind of a side-by-side look of what a year of feeding does to a critter. They're really cleaning that up. That's gonna about do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, hope you had a little fun. And lastly, I hope to see you next time. Have a good one. What in the...